Right now, there is an invisible war being fought over your consciousness. If you don't realize you're on the battlefield, then you have already lost the fight. Every time you stress over a declining bank account, spiral over catastrophic news, or drift through your day on autopilot, you are surrendering your time and focus to the default reality. Brian Scott reframes the strategies of war as a manual for reorganizing consciousness into a precise creative force. Failing to recognize this inner battle means you are letting old, unconscious narratives write the script for your future, rather than choosing it yourself. The standard approach to manifestation usually sounds pretty soft. You are told to sit quietly on a cushion, think positive thoughts, and patiently wait for the universe to deliver your package. But that passive mindset quickly falls apart when physical reality pushes back, and your bank account stubbornly contradicts the vision board you made. True creation requires a completely different approach. It is an act of sharp, strategic, and relentless engagement with the quantum field. To actually engineer a new life, you have to drop the hope of a passive bystander and adopt the ruthless precision and tactical awareness of a general. The campaign map is located within your own mind, where every victory or defeat is determined. The problem is, most of us are fighting battles that ended decades ago. We deploy outdated emotional armor built to survive childhood threats that simply do not exist anymore. This diagram depicts the subconscious mind as a heavily fortified structure, keeping new information out. Notice how conscious desires and surface-level affirmations bounce right off those thick exterior walls, never penetrating deep enough to rewrite old programming. The subconscious only responds to deeply felt emotional experiences and physical embodiment. These frequencies can bypass the logical filters and alter the operating script at the core. Until you stop trying to negotiate with the intellectual mind and start planting new truths directly into that subconscious emotional soil, your conscious intentions will always be sabotaged by your default programming. To take control, you must completely abandon the identity of a victimized civilian and step into the role of commander-in-chief of your own consciousness. Direct your fire toward the internal targets occupying your awareness: complacency, habitual thinking, and learned helplessness. These forces thrive on seductive comfort, keeping you pinned down in a reality you did not consciously choose. The first true act of conscious creation is to stop fighting the external hologram entirely and declare open war on the limiting narratives operating inside your head. Once you assume command, you can deploy specific tactics. The first is the death ground strategy. You have to burn the ships and eliminate any option of retreating to your old self. When there is no way back, all your creative energy is forced to flow forward. The second approach is the center of gravity strategy. This diagram shows why you shouldn't waste energy trying to fix dozens of peripheral habits at once. If you identify and attack the single core limiting belief, it collapses the entire structure of self-sabotage automatically. The third tactic is the non-engagement strategy, designed specifically to handle the inevitable attacks of fear and doubt. Instead of arguing with negative thoughts, you become a void. You allow those fears to pass right through you without providing any emotional surface for them to land on, starving them of the energy they need to survive. Applying these asymmetric tactics elevates you from someone who simply wishes for a better life into an active engineer who forces reality to respond. A moment of wonder. The ultimate strategic secret is that the sovereign version of yourself already occupies the field. By stripping away the old programming, you are simply allowing the commander who already exists to take charge.